All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. George Wright III with your daily dose of inspiration, motivation, and education. And I'm really excited to be here with you this morning. I hope you're already off to a great start this week, but I want to get it off to an even bigger start by talking about a topic I think will help you to go to the next level with everything you're doing. And it's self-confidence. I want to start you out with a quote from one of my favorite quotes and a book you'll all know, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the quote goes like this: "What the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve." Now, I truly believe that you can do anything that you should put your mind to. And I think you believe this too deep down. So, what is the real problem? What is holding you back from going to the next level in your life? And you might be crushing your goals right now. You might be doing okay. You might even be struggling. But the bottom line is, I know we can all get even more out of our life that we have if we can just increase our self confidence. The problem is that we all have self doubt. Everyone has a small degree or a large degree of self doubt and also low self confidence at times. And this can sometimes, and the reason I say all of us do is because if you're operating at all outside your comfort zone and you're working on things, growing and learning, you're going to have times when you have self doubt and low self confidence because you have not done what you're trying to do. And this can sometimes paralyze us and keep us from achieving our goals and our dreams. Am I really good enough? Can I do it? Do I really think I have what it takes? Can I create that life that I want to create? Well, I heard some advice the other day from one of my mentors, Ed Milet, and he was talking about this, and I felt it was pretty appropriate and helpful. So I thought I would share it with you today, and maybe just some perspective that you can have on your life, because a lot of times you may think it's these circumstances and things in your life that are kind of slowing you down and holding you back, and really it's your internal game. So first, and I want you to really listen to this. There's a really big difference between self-doubt and low confidence. Self-doubt and low confidence. The problem is that your mind views everything you do through your beliefs. And deep down, I just want to kind of back up for a minute, but deep down, self-doubt is your belief about yourself. Okay? Self-doubt is your belief about yourself based on your experience. And your self-confidence is what you operate from when you take action and you create new beliefs. It's very important that you understand the difference. I didn't really get the subtlety of this, but your self-doubt is your belief about yourself down inside, what you really operate out of from your experience. And your self-confidence is what you operate from when you take action and you're trying to create new experiences. The goal is to increase your confidence while lowering your self-doubt. Let me say that again. The goal is to increase your confidence while lowering your self-doubt. And the problem is that your mind views everything that you do, everything that you do. It views it through your beliefs. And these are things that you've created, including your self-doubt. This is why your thoughts and beliefs are so critical for you to work on. If you believe that you're not good enough or that you can't do something, then your actions are going to reflect that, and they're going to keep you both. They're both going to validate what your doubts are, and they're going to keep you from doing the actions you need to do in order to create more. And this creates low self-esteem. So, your mind is going to find ways to validate what you believe. And if you believe you're not good enough, your mind's going to find ways to validate that. We always try to create comfort and certainty in our life, and that's why this happens. So what do you do about it? Well, the first thing you do is identify that desire you have to improve your confidence and decrease the self-doubt. Once you find that desire and that interest, then you'll understand that you don't overcome self-doubt. You just increase your self-confidence by building something bigger than your doubt. Does that make sense? That's why successful people want and desire bigger challenges than they can handle and then they can overcome so that they can grow. Wanting less challenges versus wanting bigger challenges is a key mindset of successful people. It's a key differentiator between people that grow and people that don't. People that have high confidence in their abilities to do things and lower self-doubt, because bigger challenges lead to changing your beliefs. And bigger challenges lead to increasing your success. We all know that. Because remember, your thoughts and your beliefs, they create and drive your actions. And that leads to the new experiences that either increase or reinforce your beliefs. So it's very important that your thoughts and your actions are constantly moving forward so that you can lead to better experiences and increase your confidence and lower the self-doubt. So the question is, are you reinforcing your beliefs that you have with your actions, or are you creating new beliefs through your actions? When I say that, think about what I said. Are you reinforcing your beliefs either by your lack of action or your lack of, or your small actions, your small progresses? Are you reinforcing those beliefs you have, or are you creating new beliefs by taking massive action? The solution to creating new confidence and bigger confidence is to create new experiences. That's why these small wins that you can have become bigger than your doubts. That's these small wins are so important for you to increase your confidence, lower that self-doubt. So let's talk about that for a minute. First, you've got to realize that your self-confidence is being eroded at all times when you break promises to yourself. Every time your actions are breaking promises you've made to yourself to grow, to do what you need to do, what's happening is you're increasing that doubt that you have in your mind. So you need to stop doing things that break promises to yourself. If you decide you're going to do something, you need to do it. Not following through with your word to yourself and to others, not doing the activities that you set out to do because you don't feel like it or because you're not in the mood. That constantly destroys your confidence and increases your self-doubt. I can tell you this from experience. When I've told myself I'm going to be working out or when I'm going to be doing the things I want to do to move the business forward and I just don't feel like it, or I have a low or a bad day, it reinforces these these doubts that you have. And so you can increase your confidence by simply creating wins and keeping the promises that you've made to yourself, eating right, working out, finishing what you start, doing that one more action on a day-to-day with your business. This is why I love that quote that I always talk about. How you do anything is how you do everything. Do you follow through on what you say you're going to do? Because it's going to directly impact your confidence, and it's either increasing your doubts or lowering those doubts. The second thing I want to talk to you about is you've got to realize that you don't need external things to increase your confidence. It's a myth that you need validation from outside yourself or that you need accomplishments and recognition, or other people to accept you. Stop seeking confidence outside yourself. You've got to realize that the battle is inside your mind, and outside influences or things are not going to change that. And you don't have control over your external environment. This is why some people have achieved success only to lose it because and I've had this happen in my life because your internal mindset is not changed just by outside validation or recognition or accomplishments and wins like that. You've got to win that inner game. You've got to find ways to increase your inner game. So you've got to focus on creating confidence and belief internally so it will last. And so you got to do this by keeping promises, creating small wins, and seeking your confidence internally. My hope is that you will really identify, and this will be a moment of clarity for you, that your self-doubt is working against you and your lack of confidence is not helping you. And they're two different things. And they're skills that you can learn and that you can develop. And rather than worry about them externally, start taking massive action so that you can get new experiences and increase that confidence and slowly overcome any doubts that you may have, because we all have them. And it's my hope that you'll spend some time this week and think about what you can do to create some small wins for yourself and start following through on the promises that you've made yourself so that you can increase that confidence by building that inner game and building that ability and that confidence you have in your ability to work through any challenge in your life. Challenge yourself. Truly work on unleashing your potential, because I believe it's never too late to start living the life and creating the life that you are meant to live. And it's just action. It's no secret recipe, it's no magic pill. It's just constant, dedicated follow through action, and it'll build your confidence and overshadow any doubts that you may have in your life. I promise you that small wins are going to help you, and you'll truly begin to live the life that you're meant to live. So that's my message for today. I hope you have a great day. Do me a favor and share this show. And if you haven't already, leave me a review. I'd love to hear what you have to say about the show, good, bad, or indifferent. And I want to know what you're working on. I want to see what I can do to help you out. So once again, have an amazing day, and I'll talk with you soon.